Hey Internet, Eric here. We got You Hate It, I Don't tonight. You Hate It, I Don't is a concept I came up with where I feel like I'm in the minority of really enjoying a film. Critics may hate it, fans may hate it, both of them, doesn't matter, and I do my best to defend said film, say why I really enjoy it. We're going back into Crystal Lake territory, we're talking Jason Voorhees again, and I was actually surprised when I did some reading on this film. I didn't know that it was disliked. I mean, I knew it was disliked by critics. Critics fucking hate these films. But I didn't know it was as disliked by fans as it was, apparently. So, surprisingly, coming to You Hate It, I Don't is Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. This came out in 1988 for you youngsters. Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason. We got Lar Park Lincoln, voice actor Susan Blue, and Weekend at Bernie's own Terry Kiser. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I do discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, and with this being Friday the 13th and it's known for its creative deaths, I'm probably going to spoil a lot of them too. Basic plot of Part 7. It's Part 7 of a series. It's unknown, at least for me, how much time has passed from Part 6 to now. Jason is still chained up to that boulder at the bottom of Crystal Lake. We meet this family. It's John, Mom, and then young Tina. We find out young Tina has telekinesis. She accidentally causes the death of her father because he is drunk and he slaps Mom, causes him to drown at the bottom of the lake. Then we flash forward to present day. Tina is now with her mom, going to their childhood home where the death was occurred, and they're meeting up with Dr. Cruz, Bad News Cruz, as Tina calls him, played by Terry Kiser from Weekend at Bernie's. They think Dr. Cruz is trying to help Tina. We find out Dr. Cruz is trying to exploit Tina and her ability. While they're there, there is a group of teens, actors in their 20s. They're visiting for a surprise birthday party. One night, Tina goes out. She thinks about her dad. She thinks she's going to rise him up from the lake and bring him back. She rises Jason instead. Jason kills people. Then it's Tina versus Jason, mano a mano. Hilarity ensues. All right. Now, yeah, I was really surprised when fans said that they didn't like this. I looked on like the critical and fan reception sections. They didn't like a lot of it because of the characters. They didn't like a lot of it because of the special effects were edited out, because this is when the MPAA had the stick up their ass major, especially with horror films. And so forth and so on. They didn't like the whole telekinesis bit. I'll get into that. We'll get into the characters. Tina is played by Lar Park Lincoln. She's very likable to me. She does feel like an outsider because of her gift. She has good chemistry with I think, what's his name? Is his name Kevin Blair? I don't know. The lead actor. Of the teens. They have a good chemistry. I really like them together. He's decent. She's very likable. 9 times out of 10, her acting isn't over the top. When she's doing the whole, trying to make things move, she doesn't do like the convulsions or stuff like that. It was very reminiscent of Carrie, where she just stood and kind of shook her head, tilted her head or stuff like that. Which it basically is. It's the Buechler's version of Carrie. But I really enjoyed her portrayal of Tina. Like I said, the lead actor, he was decent. Terry Kiser. I don't know if I called him Terry Crews earlier, but Terry Kiser, who plays Dr. Cruz, he's really good at being the asshole doctor trying to exploit her. And using her for financial gain. So he's really good at doing his job of, I can't wait for this fucker to die, and when he dies, it's really good. So really like him. Susan Blue is really good as the worrisome mother First, she believes Dr. Cruz, and then when she finds out what he's doing, her whole focus is Tina and wanting to get her safe. Very likable, very believable. So when she finally gets it, it's a sad death. Um, Other characters, some of them aren't very memorable, but that's to be expected in Friday the 13th movies. However, I want to talk about the Melissa character. Melissa's the bitch character. Easiest way to say it. Susan Jennifer Sullivan, I think that's her name. She's very pretty. Her acting as a bitch is fantastic. She's not too over the top. She's one of those, I'm better than you because, you know, you're from, not really, but you're from poor town, I'm from rich town. She doesn't overdo it. the way she like smirks and snarls when she says certain lines, really like her performance as the bitch. And again, kind of like Dr. Cruz, when she gets it, you're just like, fucking finally, she gets it and she gets it good. So yeah, overall, the main people are pretty decent. Let's talk about Kane Hodder. This is Kane Hodder's first time portraying Jason Voorhees, and a lot of people have hard-ons for Kane Hodder as Jason. Sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's okay. His first appearance as Jason is great. I love how he gives emotion to the Jason character. I love how you can feel this rage in Jason, because in the beginning he starts off, and I like how he gives the whole, like, you see him, the heavy breathing and stuff like that. So and you can see just the way Kane moves his head, kind of like a shark looking for prey. I like it a lot. And then he's a stunt man, and he's an action stunt man. So the way he just moves and grabs people, he's really throwing them against the wall, and he's really kicking out through doorways and stuff like that. And it looks fantastic. The effects like that are fantastic. The stunts. But what I really love is, like, during this last chase scene, and the chase scene is very long, very entertaining. I'll get into it. Where Tina is using her telekinesis she's dropped porches on top of Jason, and that's Kane doing the stunt. She's electrocuted him by putting power lines into water. She's grabbed his mask and squeezed it so hard and crushed it. Hit him with lights and had him fall through the stairs. I love that stunt where, and this is talking about Kane's performance. He's fallen through the ground, like he's being strangled by the cord of a light, and she rips the floor open. Like, this is also fucking creative. She rips the floor open, and then she drops him, and he just falls with a big thud. And then she goes to check on the male lead, and of course he's knocked out because Kane probably really threw him to the wall. Jason jumps up, grabs her, of course, with a jump scare, pulls her down, and then he looks at her. And you can see it through the makeup. I got this here. I'll talk about it. Hold on. Don't knock this shit over. Because I want to talk about the makeup. Hold on. Okay, I got my little figure. You see through the makeup that Buechler did. I don't know. Was it K and B starting out? It doesn't say on the back. Anyways, Kane's got, like, he's got his mask off. And I'll show you what he looks like without it. But he's doing the heavy breathing, and then he looks at Tina, and he just grabs the cord that's around his neck from the light, and he just fucking pulls it down and throws it. And he looks at her like bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you because I'm tired of this shit. He puts the rage into Jason, and it's a really great performance, especially from a stuntman. So. Fantastic Jason. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, most of the characters are likable. Even just the ones that are there for like 5 minutes to be fed into. Like the cousin who's in the woods with his girlfriend, they're fine. Black couple's fine. Now we're going to talk about the look of Jason. And I'm glad I have this figure. He's dusty as shit though. Buechler John Carl Buechler, since he started in makeup effects, he said he wanted all of Jason's wounds to be visible. Plus, Jason's been rotting in the leg for God knows how long, at least. See, Tina was probably 6 in the beginning, and then now she's probably 18, and then who knows how long he's been in the ground when Tommy defeated him. So, I'm glad I got this. He's been eaten, by the fish. So we got exposed ribs, we got the exposed kneecaps. I just love how his shirt is tattered. One of my favorite scenes is after he's freed and we see from behind him slowly walking to shore. So we see the exposed shoulder blades and the spine. His gloves are somewhat eaten through. You can't really see it on the toy. He's still got the chain around his neck. And then, after Tina breaks the mask off, and we see his... this comes up. We see what he looks like under it. And of course, he's all rotten because he's a fucking zombie. He's been under the water. Look at this. We got the axe sliced on the head still. We got the side slice from part 4. We got part of his skull is being shown. The exposed gum line, the missing teeth, the hole through the mouth. But then we also have that one eye that's still there. This is probably one of the best looking Jasons, makeup wise, in the whole fucking series. So it's another prop to it. The creative, the creative things they do with Tina, with when she's fighting Jason. Like I said, when she's dropped a porch on him, she's dropped, she electrocutes him, all that jazz. One of my favorite things. Now let's talk about the kills. The MPAA in 1988 butchered this film all to hell. And a lot of fans hate that. However, I don't, because on this DVD you have the deleted scenes. And Buechler and Kane Hodder show what the effects were supposed to look like. I think they look better, for the most part, in the theatrical version. Everyone talks about the sleeping bag kill. One girl is dragged in her sleeping bag and Jason picks her up and literally slams her against a tree, throws her down and kills her. One hit and she's dead. The deleted scenes, he does it like 5 or 6 times and the blood is just over the top. It's more effective, him killing her with one blow. Love it. The black kid, he gets his head crushed. In the deleted scene, it's crushed all the way down to like the size of a walnut. I hate that. It looks stupid. Here, it's very subtle. You hear just the kid screaming. You see a little bit of the blood flowing, and you know he's just crushing his head. It's left to your imagination. I love that. I love a lot of the quick kills. Like someone gets stabbed in the neck with a spike. Someone gets stabbed in the eye with a party horn. A guy gets punched through his fucking chest. Great, quick, but effective kills. Is it Maddie, the nerd girl who tries to pretty herself up? I guess hers was cut to shit. I like that scene because, she tries to make her dolls herself up so the stoner guy can, pay attention to her. I like that whole stalking scene. Even though she's walking in the woods and she looks because she drops her fucking earring. That's dumb. And she's looking for it, and then she sees the dead bodies and she runs into a shack. I like that whole stalking scene because she's on one side. You can't really see it. She's on one side of a wall. Jason's on the other, and you see him walking. It's like a split shot. It's a split screen. She's here, crying, holding like this, trying to be quiet. You see Jason just walking slowly, looking for, tools, toys, whatever you want to call them. And then he's going to get her, and you don't know how. And then suddenly his hand bursts open, holds her down, and the other hand bursts out, and he's got like a scythe, the Grim Reaper sickle, like the small one. You just see him swing, and you hear her scream. I love that split shot of her hiding and being scared, and Jason just looking for shit. Now, some of his kills are over the top and kind of dumb. I like when Dr. Cruz gets it. But the way he gets it like from a tree trimming saw. I mean, I know they're out in the woods. Maybe the house owners has one of these, but that was just kind of random. And that edit did look kind of bad because you see him run it across. There's no blood, and then you just see the death. Well, my favorite kill. I mean, in this movie, I mean, I love the sleeping bag kill, but I like the most is when Melissa gets it. Like I said, she's this bitch. She's got this fantastic performance, and you just can't wait for her to get it. I hate her more than Dr. Cruz, because at least Dr. Cruz is being this way to exploit Tina and try to, financial gain. Melissa's just a fucking bitch. She's doing it to be a bitch. She's already tried to bed the nerd boy just to make the lead actor jealous, and then she kicks him to the curb. So you're waiting for this chick to get it. She's already picked on Tina and found out she was in a mental ward, and she brought that up and told everybody. So you're just waiting for her to get. She opens the door like she's gonna just walk out on Tina and what's his face, Nick, I think his name. I don't know. Jason's standing right there, and he's holding up an axe that you see him pull out of a tree stump, and he just holds it up. You see her face, and then you whacks it right on the top of her head. And the edit is quick because, in the unedited version, I think it looks kind of fake. And she just stands there, and as he's holding her up like this, and she's dead weight, and he heaves the bitch over on top of the TV, and she just slides into the corner of the room. Fucking awesome. You cheer when that happens, because he doesn't just hack her in the, axe her in the face. He throws her like she's yesterday's garbage over the TV into the corner. Love it. A lot of people hate the ending because after all the shit Tina does to him, the house fucking blows up. Okay? House explodes. And they're out on the dock, and Nick, I'm just going to call him Nick. I don't know if that's his name. He gets knocked out. He gets thrown into a rowboat. And Tina calls for her dad, and her dad pops up from under the lake, through the little walkway, puts chains around Jason, drags him under. Now, granted, the dad still looks the same when he drowned. He was supposed to, I guess, I don't know why they have it on the back of this DVD. They have his makeup. It's supposed to look like that, which kind of would have been cool. But I liked how they did that. A lot of fans thought that was stupid. They thought it didn't fit. Well, think of it this way. Jason's fucking fighting Carrie. All right? This is part 7 of this series, okay? You've already seen Jason be brought back to life like fucking Frankenstein in the last movie. And how tongue-in-cheek that was. And you're bitching because he's now fighting someone with telekinesis. It gives this series a shot in the arm, kick in the ass, however you want to say it. It's just trying to be creative, trying to keep, it interesting, and it does it. I like it. Jason has to deal with something different. It's not just people running away and trying to hit him with, a chainsaw, or trying to hit him with a board or swing a knife at him. No, this is something that he doesn't know how to deal with. Again, it gets the creative juices flowing. And speaking of Kane Hodder, I want to talk about, there's some more stuff, like his stunts. Him jumping through the window to get her. That's a great slow motion scene. I love, and just the rage when she slams some doors on him, and he just throws them open with all this force. She's picking up couches and throwing couches on him. Love it. So much fun. Score is okay. Harry Manfredini, and then they have another person, Fred Molin, or Molin. I don't know. He does different scores. They give Manfredini the that stuff. But whenever Tina has her, she's trying to do her telekinesis. There's this different type of score. I really like it. Not that much negative I can think of, other than some of the characters are lame. No one cares. I mean, you got the dumb horror, you got the stoner guy that no one likes, you got the nerd, this who every time you see him, he's talking about trying to get into a sci-fi magazine. I don't care about him, so he sucks. But, and then some of the other ones are just kind of meh. Like the girl who goes skinny dipping, you know, it's nice to see her skinny dipping, but you don't care about her. You don't care about her boyfriend. But that evens out because you care about Tina. You care about her mom. You somewhat care about Nick. So yeah, man, I really, really, really enjoy Part 7, The New Blood. Overall, good characters. Kane Hodder is great. Great kills. Great creativity. Throwing the telekinesis girl in it and the stuff that she can do to take on Jason. Great action. The stunts. Oh, speaking of the stunts, other than the house blowing up, the fire stunt that Kane had to do, being set on fire because she opens up like the furnace and sets him ablaze. Great stunts. Non-stop, pretty much action. And the build-up isn't a slow build-up. You start to get to know these characters, and you like most of them. And then when Melissa gets it, love it. So highly, highly recommend. You hate it, I don't. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. There you have it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Click the bell. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. Suggest things. I'm almost done doing the Friday the 13th series. I'm almost done doing the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And then I got some more stuff being cooked up. So, yeah. Give it a shot if you haven't yet. And I will say cheers and watch out for Bad News Cruise.